to do is talk Saturday, and I've got a topic in mind that, and it's a little bit along the lines of our kids are not better, are not well off, they're not better off, and talk about fairness and fair play and how it plays into our society and what the true meaning of it is, as I think our forefathers understood it. I don't think either party in this country has it right, either major party. The Democrats want more and bigger programs, and the Republicans want tax cuts. But the simple truth is, unless we cut back on the cost of government and grow the government, we're actually just simply feeding the beast that's killing us, the disease that's killing us, if you like. And those are the basic things that I understand. That Social Security is broke, not because you and I haven't been paying into it, but because the money's been borrowed away from it for other things. And now it's broke. Where are they going to go for that money? And in spite of what the government tells you, they're coming after your money. And there is a tipping point for all of us when we say it isn't worth it anymore. We live in a country where over 50% of the people, or close to 50% of the people, are net recipients of public benefits, whatever that means and however it works. There's a piece of that that's appropriate, but there's a lot of it that simply isn't. To me, it's a sign of a failing country when it can't provide opportunity for its citizens and hasn't protected its economy. There are lots of things to protect this country. The borders are one, freedom of religion is one. There's tons of them, but the government also has an obligation to see that the substance and essence of our economy is small business. And the more burden you put on them, the less productive they are. And if you live, and less inclined to hire, less inclined to have money to pay taxes, to build and grow and apply their energy. But if you live in New York State, you got a unique advantage. You can look around you and you can sense what out of control government can do. Government that's all about itself. What we saw this past summer, not this one, but a year ago, play out in the Senate when the state Senate lost their position and their majority, and they acted like petulant children. And it was over office space and Lulus and all those things that they regard as entitlements and benefits. And now they want us to be convinced that if the Republicans get back in authority, that'll change. Well, they were there for 40 years, right? So, and now the Democrats are there, and we are marginalized by downstate. So I'm happy to be a Republican, happy to support many Republican candidates, but I think all of us have to realize that people, and I don't know what your predispositions are, but I spoke in front of, 11 or 1,400 Tea Party people about 2 months ago, and I was a little anxious because I thought, okay, when I hear about these people, maybe they're whatever they are. Right? But what I learned is this, that you have a right to take certain things for granted. One of them is the integrity and functionality of your government. That, like you, and like in my life, I woke up disgusted many mornings, but I kept going to work. People who have been paying their taxes, working hard, providing for their families, trying to save, trying to be good citizens and do their job, and just working and following their lives, whatever that is, are waking up every day and they're saying, my God, what's happened to the country that I built? What's happened to the things that I depended on and planned on? The future that I thought was here for my kids? And it's not there. And it's not just because you may call yourself Tea Party people or whatever. Everybody feels that way. Everybody I meet has a sense of betrayal. Everybody I meet has a sense that those things that they understood existed for their benefit that took 200 years to build are being dismantled. And so the idea that people would stand up and group together and do what you're going to do Saturday is actually more normal than anything else you could do. It's how this country was built. It's people that stand up for what they believe in that make a difference. The ones that stay home never do. And the shame of it all is that we should be able to stay home. We should be able to count on our government to do what it says it's going to do, represent us, take care of us, protect our economy, our borders, our citizens. And we don't have that. And it's because of that that we're facing all the consequences that right now seem almost overwhelming. So I can talk about a million things. I actually have a prepared speech that I've given a couple times, but I'm happy to answer questions that you might feel appropriate. I mean, I'm familiar with a lot of things and have a lot of attitudes, and I never have changed what I've said, unlike some people in this business. It's consistent. I don't expect people to like me for what I believe nearly as much as I hope that they can respect me for the fact that I don't change. It doesn't say I'm not open-minded and not willing to learn, but don't let yourselves be pandered to. What you're going to see Saturday is a lot of people who think they know who you are, who think they know what you stand for, and who think they know how to appeal to you.
They're wrong.
Well, hopefully they're wrong, you know?
I've been dealing with these people all week. They are wrong.
And I'm not against anybody, and I don't know who you're going to meet Saturday, but I can tell you this. We need to realize that if we only vote for what we're given, and if people don't get involved, then we're just going to get more of what we have. That the problem with government today is that we don't have opportunities for change in different people. We have career politicians like my opponent, who, we're not need to talk about him, but it is clear that that's part of the problem. That it's not a public service, it's a career. It's not an opportunity to make a difference or build a future. It is what they do for a living, is tell us what we want to hear. I'll be 60 years old next year. I got married when I was 50, which is really late. But I'd never been married before, so that makes it a little bit better. And I married my second wife first. I have a great wife and 2 little kids. You know, my wife hates me too. But I'm in love with my wife. My life, my circumstances are better than most people I know. I'm deeply grateful for that. And I think that if there's anything we have an obligation to do in our lives, it's live by example. That no matter what we say, doesn't matter. It's what we do that matters. So I'll leave you with this advice, which is obvious. You all know it, but watch what people do. Never watch. Don't pay attention partially to what they say, but it's what they do that really matters. And it's not about the things they bring home. I mean, de Tocqueville said that our republic will last until politicians, Congress, he said, find out that they can bribe people with their own money. And right now, we're always being bribed with our own money, and we succumb to that. So, that's kind of who I am. I am, because you deserve to know, standing in this place, I am a guy who's pro-choice.